Hello dear friends, before going to the video, please subscribe our channel for more new videos and information. It's an exciting time for the Last Kingdom fans. Following a successful 5-season run on Netflix, the popular historical drama will return next month with the film Seven Kings Must Die, which will conclude Uhtred of Bebbanburg's long journey. The Last Kingdom is based on Bernard Cornwell's long-running series of novels titled The Saxon Stories, which spans 13 books. The Netflix show only covered the first 10 of them, which is where the film comes in. It will weave events from Cornwell's final 3 books together to complete Uhtred's story. But wait, isn't that not the end? The prolific author has announced the publication of a new collection of Uhtred stories. But Uhtred's Feast, the new book, will be more than just stories. It will also be the definitive The Last Kingdom cookbook, combining several shorter works about Uhtred with recipes inspired by medieval Anglo-Saxon fare. The book Uhtred's Feast, Inside the World of the Last Kingdom, has been announced. The official description of Uhtred's Feast from Cornwell's publisher, HarperCollins, sheds a little more light on what readers, or aspiring medieval chefs, can expect. Welcome to the Feast of Uhtred. The Last Kingdom is one of the most popular historical fiction series of all time, telling the epic story of England's birth and introducing one of the greatest fictional heroes of all time, the iconic Uhtred of Bebbanburg. Warrior and rebel, Saxon-born and Norse-raised. The final Last Kingdom book was published in 2020, but the author felt the story was incomplete. There were some Uhtred stories he still wanted to tell, and he'd become fascinated by some aspects of the Anglo-Saxon world that he couldn't fully explore in the novels. The concept for Uhtred's Feast was born when he met renowned chef Suzanne Pollack. Bernard Cornwell tells those additional Uhtred stories here, revealing the man behind the shield as a young boy, Alfred's advisor and prince, while Suzanne brings his world to life through beautifully crafted recipes that open a door into the Anglo-Saxon home. The idea of combining a cookbook with a collection of stories is unusual. Typically, you get short story collections or full-fledged tie-in cookbooks, but rarely both in one package. The promise of more stories set during some of the Last Kingdom saga's most iconic periods, such as when Uhtred was still serving as King Alfred's advisor, is a great way to entice fans to check out Uhtred's Feast even if they're not interested in cooking. It's making me hungry just thinking about it. According to the bookseller, Uhtred's Feast will include 3 Uhtred stories, as well as approximately 80 recipes. It's not a particularly long book at 288 pages, so I'd expect those Uhtred stories to be on the shorter side. One of my great interests has been and continues to be the birth of England, Cornwell said in a statement. After 2 decades immersed in Anglo-Saxon history, an intense period of warring kingdoms and political rivalry, it is a pleasure to share some new stories of Uhtred throughout this time and present sides of life, even beyond battle, says the author of Uhtred's Feast, Inside the World of the Last Kingdom. It is expected to be released in the United States on April 2, 2024.